Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's Tuesday review video, we're going to be talking about the Bodymark marker pen, what would you call it, by the brand BiC. So if you've heard of BiC before, they make a lot of sort of pens and pencils and stuff and that sort of thing that you probably, like the kind of stuff that you probably mainly used in school. And they've recently come out with this Bodymark line, which is essentially markers that are safe to use on your skin. You can get them in a wide variety of colors, but I decided to get just one and get just the black one to review for you here today. The reason I kind of wanted to try this is because, I was thinking about costumes and conventions and that sort of thing, even though we haven't had any this year. And I was thinking, what if you want to do a costume that's very tattooed? What do you use? The average folk, like me, I can't afford an alcohol-activated paint palette. I just can't afford that. If it was a costume that I was really going to wear a lot, maybe I would invest in it, but I can't afford it. And then when it comes to something like water-activated paint, maybe you want to do that, but it's kind of hard to paint in the brush, and it's a little bit intricate. So wouldn't it be nice if there was just a marker that was skin-safe, that was easy to use, and that would withstand all day? Especially I was thinking if someone was going to cosplay Suicide Squad Joker, and I didn't want to buy all those tattoos and have to temporarily tattoo them all over, this would be something really easy to write the ha 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 all over with, right? But does it work? Does it last? That's what we're going to find out in today's video. So I bought this on Amazon as actually part of their add-on program thing, so I put another order through and then this one got free shipping. So it was about $5, but I know you can get them at Walmart and most other drugstores. I see them all the time, usually in multi-packs, with different colors and that sort of thing. I don't think I've seen the black one by itself in stores very much. Not as often as I've seen the blue and that sort of thing, but this does exist. So on the packaging it just says Bodymark BiC temporary tattoo marker. Mine's in the shade black, and it does obviously specify that it's skin safe. On the back of the packaging it says temporary tattoo marker, cosmetic quality markers, bright long lasting colors, complies with cosmetic regulations, follow all warnings and instructions, not tested on sensitive skin, which I find interesting. Why hasn't it been tested on sensitive skin? You would think that would be one of the first things they would do. I don't think I got a shot of the back of the packaging where it says how to remove this, but it does just say with warm water and soap. So my experiment for this, I have wanted a tattoo in the inner part of my arm here for a couple of years now, and I just want, in really tiny font, I want Go the Distance, like the song from the Hercules movie. And something like this is actually sort of a great way to test that out. Would I be able to have it on my arm? Would I be able to, live with that there? Do I like how it looks? That sort of thing. Now, obviously, I probably really can't write it on myself, so I had my sister write it. She writes much bigger than I would ever have the tattoo, but I'm going to show you the footage here of her writing it on my arm.
Here?
Yeah.
It's going to look really bad.
Well, it couldn't look any worse than if I did it.
No, I think it could. Can you bend your arm quick?
Yeah.
Okay. I have to write over top of your cat scratch fever. The tip is not very fine. This is as fine of a writing as I can make. So this S is barely an S.
That's okay.
Because it won't write any finer.
Okay, cool, thank you. So a lot of the reviews on this product that I saw on the Amazon page when I bought it said that it kind of, it comes out sort of grayish and not black. For me, maybe they're just getting drier markers, but I found this to be pretty black. Of course, you could go over it and do a couple of layers if you want to, but for me, I thought it was pretty black right off the top. Sam mentioned that this is sort of a weird shape. I think it's sort of weirdly shaped to be easier to grab personally, but that could obviously be up to however you grab your marker. And then how did it last? So I put this on one day, and I wore it that whole day, and it didn't really fade or transfer. One of the reasons that I thought testing it here would also be really great is because it was, it would transfer onto the top of my arm, and that did not happen. And then I went to bed, and I woke up the next morning, and it had transferred sort of in, a very, very faint, shadowy way up to the top, the other side of my arm. You could really hardly see it. You had to be looking for it, and it didn't get on my bed or on my pajamas or anything, which is great. And then later that day, I showered. And what happened when I showered? When warm water ran over it, it faded. When soap passed over it, it was gone completely. I didn't even bother taking an after photo for you because it was completely gone after I showered. There was no trace. So some people might see that as a negative because it comes off easy, but I see that as a positive because I like being able to take things off. So it lasted pretty well until I tried to take it off, which I see as a positive. So I guess as long as you're like not getting wet, this would work just fine. So I could almost feel like if you're in a situation where there's a high possibility that you're going to get really sweaty, maybe this wouldn't last. But I think if you're just either doing a couple of tattoos for a costume, or you're like me and you want to see if you like the placement of something that you actually want as a real tattoo, that sort of thing, this is probably really, really great for that. And one of the things that I do like about this is that it's not very expensive. Like just the black one here was $5. So that's another benefit of it. Do I think it's a perfect product? No. Do I think using water-activated paint or alcohol-activated paint for that sort of thing would probably give you a nicer result? Yes, 100%. But I think for what this is, just being a sort of marker that's skin safe, because you're not supposed to be drawing on yourself with other kind of markers. It's not good for you. For being a marker that is skin safe, I think you pretty much get exactly what it sounds like. It doesn't, you know, it writes on your skin the way a Crayola marker writes on your skin. It looks the way you think a marker is going to look on your skin. It doesn't really do anything more than that, other than hang around a little bit longer and be skin safe. So you kind of get what you get with the name of this. It's nothing extraordinary, but it's also not bad. It functions just fine. I would be interested to try the other colors of this to see how pigmented they are, and for that matter, I mean, I'm pretty pale, so this probably showed up really well on my skin. I'd be interested to see how well it would show up on someone darker than me. I can't imagine it would be that bad, especially if you were okay with going in with a second coat or a third coat. I didn't have to do that because I'm so pale, but that's definitely an option. It doesn't say on there anywhere that you can't go over and over again. So yeah, anyway, this product is fine. Do I think it's revolutionary? No. Do I think it's fine for what it is? Yes. If you want a marker that is skin safe, let's say you have a kid that's always writing on themselves, get them a skin safe marker at least. You know, that's pretty much exactly what you're getting with this. It doesn't have the finest tip on the planet, but it has a marker tip. Does it last forever? No, but it washes off when you wash you. Do I think it's the most pigmented thing ever? No, but you can just keep going over it. Like, it's sort of a very basic marker. That's all I can think of to say about it, is that it's just basic. But it's skin safe, so I don't hate it. You know what I mean? Especially people who were like just doing like a casual Halloween costume and they just needed something like this to do like maybe a couple of little tattoos or something for whatever costume. It's inexpensive. It's really easy to use. Like, you'll have no problem with this. If you want something that's a little more professional and perfect looking, you know, you're probably not going to like this. But it's fine for just sort of normal, average person stuff. If that makes any sense. And anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and you subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed already. And I will see you next time. Bye!